Welcome to Ruston, Louisiana, Joe IA Stadium, home to the Bulldogs of Louisiana Tech. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends at the Hilltoppers will put total leather to crank us up. Here's the return from inside his tent. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs offense will take the field first. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, where basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles.
There he goes! Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. And why waste any time? Get right to it, the offense, with a big play right out of the gate.
And sending a clear message, Reese, they are going to take shots. They've got playmakers. They've got dudes that can get downfield and locate the football. I love the attitude right out of the gate.
Second down, he'll throw it. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is.
Holding. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. No return possible on this when it goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. So the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers offense has its first opportunity of the day. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game was the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to...
He lobs one high down the left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Out of the gun, the inside give. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. And the Hilltoppers are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying play action. Looking to the big tight end. Wide open downfield. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. Takes the handoff. It's Smalls. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. The Hilltoppers moving quickly to the line. They'll run it from the gun. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. And the Hilltoppers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Western Kentucky.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
Oh, they blocked the extra point. Now he can return this. They marched 72 yards. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
Louisiana Tech, 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Looking downfield on first down. And he gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And this defense gets the first sack. And listen, it is so important to hit the QB, to affect the QB. Last week only had 2 sacks for this defense. They got to continue to put pressure and get that guy to the ground.
The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Ramsey. Jumped on top of the pile. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag beside the quarterback, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
I bet it felt good to hit that quarterback late until you got an earful from the coach and cost your defense 15. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. It's caught downfield. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. Make a play down the field to him, huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And they move on top with the extra point, 7-6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ohio is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Bobcats have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this meeting in the MAC.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Gets the back moving. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He lets it fly. Pulls it in down the sideline. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. The Hilltoppers will send out the punt unit. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. Going right to work up top. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Bulldogs are in the hurry-up. Quarterback on the keeper. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Needs it to keep this drive alive. Breaks the tackle. Will not get there. A fourth down stop. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Now the play fake. Grabbed behind the line. It's Smalls. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. And the Hilltoppers come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Hilltoppers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Wants to throw on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They're dealing with a second and long. Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now second down. They'll go to the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. These two teams swapping early scores, and they'll try to move back on top, starting the drive down 7-6. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds the tight end. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one. And the Hilltoppers headed quickly to the line. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. Quick release on the RPO. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
We always talk about yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
Touchdown, WKU. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. We've had some early action here as they take over, trailing 13-7. Backed up now, here's second and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Holding.
That penalty cost them a third down conversion, and now they'll have to try it from a little farther away. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Quickly to the tight end. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Potts. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the first.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing your end zone, knowing where to sit down, how to make it an easy pitch and catch for the quarterback, and that's what it was on third and short.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Hilltoppers are on the move. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Oh, they're after him. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Well, this defense looked pretty good last week. Of course, they had 2 sacks, and their coaching staff told us they really wanted to be able to build on that. Great news, they've already registered a sack here early in this game.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. Fires to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. It's complete to the left. Breaks into the open. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That was right on the borderline. You want to make that quarterback feel you, but the official thought it was a little too much. The roughing the passer penalty. It's complete on the right side. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
A designed run for the quarterback. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. He wants it all. Touchdown, Hilltoppers. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Off the play fake on 1st down. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. This time on target. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
The Bulldogs want to pick up the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up.
Fires one high and deep. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to UAB.
Works the middle.
Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. The inside handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the...
Picked off. Never had a chance to get rolling after the pick, but he gives him the ball in prime field position at the 40.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football out of the air? I mean, that was crazy athleticism, well-deserved. That's going to make the highlight reel for sure.
They go to the ground, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Hold offense.
They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Completes it in the middle. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped short, and it's 4th down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Turning it on! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
Lofts one high and deep. And it falls incomplete, and the offense is lucky to have it. Defender right there almost had it in his grasp. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Makes the grab. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one. And the Hilltoppers come to the line in the hurry up. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the right. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Toppers. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. It's caught. Here he goes. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
A lot of times you see those receivers, as soon as they get by the DBs, you know, that hand goes straight up in the air. I got him. I got to step on him. He got to step on him. And the ball was thrown perfectly out in front. You can see he runs underneath it, gets it, and gets the long touchdown on the go route.
Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a two-play drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. The defense putting points on the board.
You always hear the old saying, tips lead to picks. Quarterbacks have got to be careful. You've got to be so accurate with the ball. If you're not, when a defender tips that thing up into the air, bad things generally happen. Pick 6. Doesn't get much worse than that.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. And the Hilltoppers in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field.
Let's make some noise. It's 4th down.
Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after the intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. He'll pull it down and run. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense here.
Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
1st and 10.
Kick is in the air. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Strong run and useful. Picks up 4 out to the 9. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Snagged in the middle. It's Gibbs. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Got a little space. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Hilltoppers are moving quickly down the field.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Off play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Potts. They kept him out of the end zone, but not before he gets it to the 1-yard line, and it'll be first and goal. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open.
Touchdown, Western Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
What a day, his third rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Ohio is getting cooked right now at home, and it's all over but the crying. A lopsided affair filled with miscues and missed tackles. They're trailing by 14 to Kent State. The MACtion never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. With jet sweep pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. They'll run the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Gibbs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The give on the option. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Got him downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Down to the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the back. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Buckle up, boys. I think more scores are coming. Let's see. He can block. He can catch. He can run. Yeah, let's just forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, make plays for the quarterback.
Extra point here will give them the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover. There is little that warms the heart of a defender like a strip sack. Even better if you get the ball.
And I like the awareness of this defender on the play because he knew he might not actually get to the quarterback and make the hit, but he was able to still swat away, use those long arms to create the turnover.
And the Bulldogs couldn't have asked for better field position as they get a chance to strike here. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got it in the middle. It's Gibbs. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Moving out of the pocket. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. That is a costly mistake as the penalty wipes the touchdown off the board. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They take a 4-point lead here in the 2nd.
Winning the turnover battle is so important. You've got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the middle. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience and one this freshman got away with. 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Looking to the big tight end. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. Got his man on the right. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Wants to throw on first down. Complete to the left. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Under fire. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. He wants to go deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Hilltoppers will call on their punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. They're going to open this drive with a pass. They're working that left side.
Hey, who says hitch passes can't get big yards? Receiver catches it, makes a guy miss, and goes and gets a first down.
The Bulldogs in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Caught over the middle. It's Ramsey. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. And they spike it to stop the clock. On 2nd down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. No good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Ruston. And these 2 defenses have shown uncommon discipline through 2 quarters, especially the D-backs. They've kept to their assignments, covering those receivers like cheap suits. Certainly not the fashionable wardrobe OKC wears here in studio. Anyway, yes, the passing game. Be better. How's that for a breakdown? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Joe in Lincoln Parish.
And the Bulldogs will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. Not hard to figure out why they trail to start this third quarter. 3 first-half turnovers.
So if you're on offense, let's just stay out of our way and find out what happens here in the second half. We're not even giving ourselves a chance because we keep turning the football over. If we can do that, we've got a chance to come back in this game.
I think it's a crazy balance between being really aggressive in the second half and finding ways to make plays, but also not shoot ourselves in the foot, right? Like, they didn't live well on that in the first half. Let's see if they can be a little bit more aggressive while still taking care of the football.
They'll try to run for it. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. The Hilltoppers will punt this one away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. Reads it, fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. The play action fake. Finds his tight end. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. New set of downs after the completion. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's just been throwing bullets all over the field.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And the Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
First down for your Bulldogs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. He'll try to pop the draw. Little too soft in that run defense. He picks up 4 to the 32. Remember, they missed a field goal on their last drive, but at the very least, they need to get back in field goal range here on 3rd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And that is interception number 3 on the day.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football, and he's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Hilltoppers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Hilltoppers can really attack on this 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Hilltoppers want to move quickly.
Well, you got to be able to turn the page quickly on defense. Just gave up a 1st down on the ground, but here comes tempo. You've got to get lined up.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. He's got it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. And he just continues to put up numbers, and that number is now over 300.
This guy just throws completions, man. The ball doesn't seem to touch the ground. He's back there. He's making the right reads. Right now, he is locked into what this defense is trying to do.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. Out of bounds he goes. They'll mark it at the 16. The Hilltoppers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Going for it all. Touchdown, WKU. And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half.
Well, when you've got a quarterback that has this type of ability, there's no question what your strategy is going to be week in, week out, right? They want to throw the football. They want to hurt you with their ability to push it downfield through the air. 3 passing TDs in this one already.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. UConn is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These Huskies have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to UAB. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Misfired on 1st down, back to the air on 2nd. Catch in the middle, it's Ramsey. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. They try to get it outside on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Hilltoppers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the
quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the 1st down. Let's see if they punt it away. The Hilltoppers will line up to punt it away. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. got his man quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Gibbs. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Quick completion to the right. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. They might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit them with a big run, now they hit them with a big pass.
Man, it's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I want to put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense, the defense can't be right.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Back to pass on second down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got an open man. Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17.
First down for your Bulldogs.
They'll throw it from the red zone. Pocket breaking down. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. On first and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. He wants to throw it. Going for 6. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on second and goal from the 5. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Third and goal is where offensive coordinators earn their keep. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Just drives it between the uprights. And we've got a deadlock here in the third quarter.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner will be brought down. The Hilltopper offense comes onto the field again. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He'll pull it on the read. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? And the Hilltoppers want to crank the tempo. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. On target over the middle. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a first down at the 38. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
To the ground with the back. There he goes. lowers those pads.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down and make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Wants to fire on second down. Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Hilltoppers come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. They'll run it from the gun. They'll put the brakes on him at the 21, give him a yard. Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A shot toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. He gets a hand on it, it's blocked. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the tight end.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now the play fake. Wide open downfield. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gibbs. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the third. They fought tooth and nail through three, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. He get it down to the 35 before he's stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. They'll give it to him again. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. The Bulldogs will hustle to the line. To the air on second down. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And good blocking in space out there to give him enough room to pick up the first down.
18-yard line. First down for your Bulldogs.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. He'll keep it himself. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the play fake. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And they go back on top.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the fourth quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Gets it out fast. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. And the Hilltoppers will try to pin them back with the punt. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'd be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game plan is. Now you get to go into phase 2 of your game plan.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Makes the grab. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltoppers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go faster, seeing it here.
Give to the running back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Hilltoppers moving quickly to the line.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Hilltoppers are rolling down the field.
Yeah, and Palmer, I don't know what his grade's going to be, but hitting over 400 yards on the day, I think coaches are going to be pretty impressed with the day this young man had.
No doubt. I think for defensive coordinators moving forward now, you're going to be charged with having to find answers to try to slow this guy down. Today, we've seen this defense try blitzing, zone coverage, man coverage. They've mixed up personnel. None of it has worked. This guy has carved them apart.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Finds a man in the middle. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football, trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Tom.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Got it set up on the outside. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They'll leave it with him. Turning it on. Gets away from one. Finds some space. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. They finally get him stopped, but this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Bulldogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. No good. Guys, a missed opportunity there. The lead is still 3.
Louisiana Tech, 44. Western Kentucky, 41.
Here comes the Western Kentucky offense back onto the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much.
First foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
This defense is trying to protect the lead. You have to make the offense work for it, and a personal foul just gives them yards. He's got it on the right. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain. And the Hilltoppers are in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. High coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. The Hilltoppers line up to punt it away. And that is textbook instructional video. Out of bounds right around the goal line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And I think he got back to the 2-yard line, but the defense was ready for the run.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here comes the heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking deep. Snags it on the right. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Leaves it with the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Here comes the hurry up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The marker is at the 35, and they need to get it there to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. And on a critical 3rd down here in the 4th quarter, surprise, surprise, guess who they go to? That guy.
He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Now they'll run the draw. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. So this offense has the lead. They have the ball. They have the clock on their side and a chance perhaps to put it out of reach. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. This offense has done a good job on this drive, taking time off the clock as they come up on 2nd down. Quarterback on the keeper. And he'll be stuck. Got nothing. Line of scrimmage still at the 4. This defense has been able to force a couple of 3rd downs, but they haven't been able to get the stop. Can they do it this time? He's not going to get there, and this defense really needed a stop like that. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Illinois is ahead right now, but the school that produced the likes of Dick Butkus and Red Grange has some work to do before this is over. They're up by 10 over Rutgers. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And the hill Hilltoppers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, he'll throw it. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Takes the easy completion. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll go with a direct snap. Got enough space, and he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? So that penalty will wipe away some strong red zone execution and take the score off the board. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the defense. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Timeout, Western Kentucky.
The give to the back. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out quickly. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Looking to throw on first down. And he left that one short, tried to baby it in there. He's got to turn it loose. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. This time he's got it. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They just keep firing. Caught close to the marker, it's Potts. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his man. It's Potts. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Wants to go up top on first down. Using the quick game. He's down to the 37-yard line, and that's where he goes out of bounds. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the tight end. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Hilltoppers will line it up on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. He'll try to do it himself. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Got his man. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Holding. Offense.
This offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. Works the middle of the field. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. He's got his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Make some noise, get on your feet, get loud, Bulldogs.
On third down, he drops to throw. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that first down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Under fire. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on down.
After being stopped there on 4th down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation and put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day today. They're going to leave the stadium with the loss.
Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. No need to get cute here. You've run enough plays. Now it's time for the kneel down, David.
Take the knee, make them use their last time out, then they're out. The clock runs out. Jesse, it's a beautiful thing.
The only way you lose this game is if you fumble it. Make sure you execute the center quarterback exchange and go celebrate in the locker room.
He finds enough room to get it over the 10-yard line, and he's down at the 13. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
And it's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.